Today on Addicted to Gear, we're taking a close-up look at the Fireman from NUX. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Addicted to Gear. I'm holding in my hands the Fireman Distortion pedal from NUX, and I'm very excited to be trying out this pedal for you guys today. I was reading the manual and it does claim that this pedal sounds a lot like a very famous amp builder's amp sound, and I'm wondering who the heck that could be. Fireman, what does that sound like? Does that remind you of anything? Oh, wait a minute. Could it be the Friedman amplifier? Well, as luck may have it, I have one here right behind me getting warmed up for this sort of review between the tones we can get from the Fireman and what we can actually get from the Friedman. So it's going to be a very interesting comparison. Now, if this little box can get me even in the ballpark of what this amplifier sounds like, then I'm going to be a very happy camper. Now, they don't specify exactly which amplifier they're talking about, so I'm assuming you have to take that with a grain of salt. As long as we can get somewhere in the ballpark, that would be a great thing. So without further ado, let's plug this bad boy in and see exactly what kind of sounds we can get out of it. So I'm going to be playing through my Les Paul style guitar, going into the Friedman Dirty Shirley in the low gain setting and very, very low gain from the amplifier. And we're gonna do all the heavy lifting with this guy. There's nothing else in the signal chain. All right, let's get started. So there you go, guys. In my opinion, I thought that the pedal actually did a very good job of reproducing that sound. And I'm not gonna say that I prefer the pedal over the actual amplifier, but I'm gonna say that at least if you have a more modest budget and you do want to get in that ballpark, well, this amplifier should be able to get you there. It seems to be very well built. Now, one thing I want to point out about this pedal is that although it does have two switches, the gain stages are not cascading. In other words, you can only use one gain at a time. So this could be a little bit misleading, and some people might think that they can punch in gain 1 and then gain 2 and overlap the two. That's not how it works. So basically the first switch allows you to switch between gain 1 or gain 2, and the second switch allows you to turn it on or off, the pedal that is. Now, one thing that I would have loved to have seen on this pedal would have been two independent controls for the different gain stages. I think that would have been killer, because at that point you do have the ability to go to set one more as a crunch and the other one more as a high gain sound. So it's basically would be two pedals in one. In my opinion, the two different gain stages are not hugely or vastly different. They're actually quite similar. One does sound a little bit more modern than the other, granted, but you can still only use one at a time. So I do feel that's a little bit of a shortcoming for a pedal that sounds this good. So one of the other things I want to point out about this pedal is that you do have a little mini toggle switch here at the top of the pedal that allows you to switch between buffered bypass and true bypass, which is really nice. And you also have another toggle switch right behind that one that allows you to use this in 9-volt mode or 18-volt mode. So depending on how you're running your power supply, you can actually pump in a little bit more power into this pedal, and you probably will get a little bit of a different tone out of it. Now, the other thing is that it does have an external foot switch input here, so you can actually plug in a foot switch and, you know, bypass these switches here with an external foot switch. I don't really know why you would want to do that, but I guess if you do have the, you know, ability to use that option, it's there. I probably will never use it. Other than that, the casing, very, very solid. The switches feel solid, and so do the actual knobs here. I like the look of it. The matte finish on it is really cool. It does pick up dust a little bit easier, but you know what? It's like a distortion pedal, so it's got to be grungy anyways. So in my opinion, guys, this pedal does some distortion tones very well. I think the money they're asking for it is quite reasonable for the actual sound you're getting out of it, and I would not hesitate to use this on my pedal board. I'm very happy with the results of this pedal. So if you're interested in learning more, there's going to be a link down in the comment section in the notes of the video. I'll be linking to this pedal on the NUX website, and you'll be able to get all of the details on the pedal there. In the meantime, I encourage you to pick one up and try it out for yourself. I think it will give you a really nice distortion sound. Overall, I'm giving this pedal a thumbs up. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this pretty brief look at the NUX Fireman pedal. If you have any questions about this pedal, don't hesitate. Leave your comments down below. I will answer them for you. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. That's how you would be supporting my channel, and it's much appreciated. Till next time, guys, see you right here on Addicted to Gear.